Welcome to Solace for Sleep. Feel the darkness wrapping around you. Not the darkness of a room with the lights off. Deeper darkness. The kind that exists miles below the ocean's surface where no light has ever reached. Where your eyes would see nothing even if they were open. But you do not need to see. You only need to feel. Feel the cold. Not biting cold. Not sharp. Just cool. Like pressing your hand against a window in winter. Constant. Steady. The kind of cold that stops being uncomfortable after a while and just becomes part of everything. The water. The stillness. You. Feel the pressure. Gentle but everywhere. Against your skin. Against your chest. Not crushing. Supporting. Like being held firmly by something that will never let you fall. Never let you drift away. You are exactly where you belong. Held in place by forces you cannot see but can absolutely trust. And in this darkness, in this cold, in this pressure, something moves. Not quickly. Not hunting. Just existing. A fish with teeth so long they do not fit inside its mouth. Teeth that curve inward like prison bars. A face that looks fierce but lives gently. Waiting in the darkness for food to drift close. Never chasing. Never rushing. Just being. This is the Fangtooth fish. And tonight you will learn why this creature with the most terrifying appearance lives one of the quietest lives in the ocean. Let your body sink into where you rest now. Let your breathing slow to match the rhythm of deep water. Let yourself feel held by the darkness, by the silence, by the gentle pressure of blankets or air or nothing at all. You are safe here. You are exactly where you need to be. Fact 1. The Fangtooth fish is not large. Most species grow to only about 15 centimeters, roughly 6 inches, the size of your hand. But what it lacks in size, it makes up for in appearance. The teeth are proportionally the largest of any fish in the ocean, so long that when the mouth closes, the lower fangs slide into special sockets in the skull. Otherwise, they would pierce the fish's own brain. Fact 2. There are only 2 known species of Fangtooth fish. Both belong to the genus Anoplogaster. Anoplogaster cornuta, the common Fangtooth, and Anoplogaster brachycera, the shorthorn Fangtooth. 2 species. 2 variations on the same dark design. Both living in deep waters worldwide. Fact 3. The Fangtooth fish lives at depths between 200 and 5,000 meters, though it is most commonly found between 500 and 2,000 meters. This is the mesopelagic and bathypelagic zone, the twilight zone and the midnight zone, where light fades to nothing and pressure becomes immense. Fact 4. Despite its fearsome teeth, the Fangtooth is not an aggressive predator. It is a passive hunter. It drifts in the dark water, waiting. When small fish or crustaceans pass close enough, the Fangtooth simply opens its mouth. The prey swims in. The jaws snap shut. The inward curving teeth ensure nothing escapes. Simple. Efficient. No chase required. The water around you feels heavier now. Or perhaps you have simply stopped noticing its presence. It has become part of you, part of the darkness, part of the stillness. Your breathing matches the slow drift of the Fangtooth. In, out, barely moving, barely disturbing the water. Just enough to continue, just enough to exist. Somewhere in this darkness the fish hovers. You cannot see it, but you know it is there. Mouth slightly open. Teeth glinting faintly if any light existed to reflect. But there is no light. only the feeling of something patient, something unrushed, something perfectly content to wait forever. Fact 5. The Fangtooth fish eats primarily small fish and squid, whatever it can catch in the darkness. Its diet is opportunistic, not selective. Food is scarce in the deep ocean. You eat what comes. You take what is offered. There is no luxury of preference, no choice of favorites, just survival. Fact 6. The lifespan of the Fangtooth fish is not precisely known. Scientists estimate it may live for 5 to 10 years, perhaps longer. Growth is slow in the deep ocean. Metabolism reduced. Everything stretched across more time than shallow water fish experience. Years pass like seasons. Seasons like weeks. Fact 7. The Fangtooth has very few natural predators. Its size makes it unappealing to larger deep-sea fish. Its teeth make it dangerous even to those who might try. Tuna and marlin have been known to eat them. Large squid occasionally. But mostly the Fangtooth is left alone, drifting unbothered through the dark. Fact 8. The skin of the Fangtooth fish is dark brown or black, covered in small rough scales. This coloration makes it nearly invisible in deep water. From any angle, in any faint bioluminescent light that might exist, the fish simply disappears, becomes part of the darkness, indistinguishable from the void around it. You are disappearing too, becoming part of the darkness behind your closed eyes. The boundary between your body and the space around you growing softer, less defined, less important. Your arms feel distant. Your legs feel like they belong to someone else, or to no one. Just shapes in the dark. Just weights supported by something you cannot name. The Fangtooth drifts past. You sense it more than see it. A presence. A movement so slow it might not be movement at all. Just the water shifting. Just the darkness rearranging itself. Fact 9. Young Fangtooth fish look completely different from adults. The juveniles are light-colored, almost silvery, with large heads and spines along their bodies. They live in shallower water, closer to the surface. As they mature, they descend. Their color darkens. Their spines disappear. Their teeth grow. They become the creature designed for the deep. Fact 10. The eyes of the Fangtooth fish are small. Vision is not particularly useful in the midnight zone, but the fish has other senses. It detects vibrations in the water, senses chemical gradients, feels pressure changes that indicate nearby movement. The ocean speaks in languages beyond sight. Fact 11. The Fangtooth fish migrates vertically each day. At night it rises toward shallower water, following prey that move upward under cover of darkness. During the day it descends again, returning to the safety of deeper zones. This daily journey can span hundreds of meters, rising and sinking with the rhythm of day and night it cannot see. Fact 12. The mouth of the Fangtooth can open incredibly wide. The jaw hinges in a way that allows it to expand far beyond what seems possible for such a small fish. This lets it swallow prey nearly as large as itself. The throat expands. The stomach stretches. Everything about the fish is designed to make the most of rare opportunities. The darkness has weight now. You can feel it pressing gently against your eyelids, against your chest. Not uncomfortable, just present, just there, reminding you that you are held, that you are safe, that nothing can reach you here in the deep. Your heartbeat has slowed to match the slow pulse of the ocean, steady, reliable, asking nothing of you, just continuing, just being, just the quiet rhythm that keeps you anchored to life without requiring any effort at all. The Fangtooth opens its mouth. You cannot see this, but somehow you know. Those long teeth separate. The darkness inside the fish's mouth no different from the darkness outside. All of it the same. All of it one continuous gentle void. And then the mouth closes. Slowly. The teeth slide back into position. The fish returns to waiting. And you return to resting. Both of you patient. Both of you still. Both of you exactly where you belong. Fact 13. The Fangtooth fish belongs to a family called Anaplogastridae. This family has existed for millions of years. Ancient relatives with similar teeth, similar body plans, similar strategies for surviving in the deep. Evolution found a design that worked and kept it, refined it, perfected it across eras. Fact 14. The body of the Fangtooth is compressed laterally, thin from side to side. This shape reduces resistance as it moves through water, makes it easier to drift, to glide, to exist with minimum energy expenditure. Everything about the fish is optimized for a life where every calorie matters. Fact 15. Fangtooth fish have been found in all major oceans: Atlantic, Pacific, Indian. Wherever deep water exists, they live, drifting in the same dark zones, following the same patterns, separated by thousands of miles but living identical lives. The deep ocean is uniform, consistent, the same everywhere. Feel yourself spreading across those oceans now. Not your body, your awareness, becoming as vast as the water, as deep as the trenches. There is no center to you anymore, no edges, just presence distributed through infinite darkness. Your breathing continues somewhere, in and out, but you are not doing it. It is simply happening, like tides, like currents, like the slow drift of the Fangtooth through water that never changes. The cold has stopped being cold. It is just temperature, just the quality of existence. Neither good nor bad, just what is. And you have accepted it so completely that you cannot remember what warmth felt like, cannot remember wanting it. Fact 16. The teeth of the Fangtooth are not used for chewing. They are purely for gripping, for holding. Once prey is caught, it is swallowed whole. The digestive system breaks everything down slowly, over days, extracting every possible nutrient, leaving almost nothing as waste. Fact 17. Young Fangtooth fish feed on small crustaceans, copepods, tiny organisms that drift in the water column. As they grow, their diet expands, includes fish, includes larger prey. But the hunting method remains the same. Wait, detect, strike, swallow. Nothing more complex than necessary. Fact 18. The Fangtooth has a relatively large swim bladder for its size. This gas-filled organ helps control buoyancy, allows the fish to hover at specific depths without effort. It can adjust the amount of gas, rise slightly or sink slightly, maintaining position in the water column with minimal movement. Fact 19. The lateral line system of the Fangtooth is highly sensitive. This series of sensory organs runs along both sides of the body. It detects vibrations, pressure waves, the movement of other creatures through water. In the darkness, this sense becomes vision, becomes awareness, becomes how the fish knows what exists around it. You have a lateral line too, not physical, but you sense things, feel presences. Know without seeing that the darkness around you is empty, that you are alone, that nothing threatens, that you can rest completely. Your body has found perfect stillness, not the stillness of trying to be still, the stillness of having forgotten how to move. Your muscles do not remember tension. Your joints do not remember holding. Everything has released so completely that there is nothing left to let go. The Fangtooth hovers nearby, or far away. Distance has no meaning in the dark. Near and far are the same. Here and there collapse into one. There is only the shared darkness, the shared cold, the shared patient waiting. Fact 20. Fangtooth fish do not form schools, do not travel in groups. Each individual drifts alone through its territory. Encounters with others of their species are rare, brief. They pass in the darkness without interaction, without acknowledgement. Two solitary creatures occupying the same infinite space for a moment before separating again forever. Fact 21. The spawning behavior of Fangtooth fish is not well documented. Scientists believe they release eggs and sperm into open water. Fertilization occurs externally. The eggs drift with currents, hatch into larvae that look nothing like adults, eventually transforming, descending, becoming the tooth-filled hunters of the deep. Fact 22. The metabolism of the Fangtooth is extremely slow. It burns very little energy, requires very little food, can survive weeks between meals. This is essential in an environment where prey is scarce, where days can pass without anything edible drifting within range. Patience is not a virtue, it is survival. Fact 23. The Fangtooth has no bioluminescence. Unlike many deep-sea fish, it does not glow, does not produce light. It exists in pure darkness, relying entirely on the faint light produced by other creatures, or on senses that do not require light at all. It is a creature of the void, perfectly adapted to absolute blackness. You are in that same void now. The darkness behind your eyelids has become the darkness of the deep ocean. Complete, total, unbroken by even the faintest glow. And it does not bother you, does not frighten you. You have been here long enough that darkness feels natural, feels right, feels like the only way things should be. Your thoughts have slowed to match the Fangtooth's metabolism. Ideas form slowly, drift across your awareness like distant shapes in murky water, and then dissolve before completing, before meaning anything. Just fragments, just impressions, just the faintest suggestions of thinking that never quite become thought. Fact 24. The bones of the Fangtooth are lightweight, thin. This reduces overall body mass, makes it easier to maintain neutral buoyancy. The skeleton provides just enough structure, just enough support. Nothing extra, nothing wasted. Every part of the fish serves a purpose. Nothing decorative, nothing excessive. Fact 25. Fangtooth fish have been caught accidentally by deep-sea trawlers. Fishing operations targeting other species sometimes pull these fish up from the depths. By the time they reach the surface, they are dead. The pressure change is fatal. Their swim bladders rupture. Their bodies fail. What survives in the deep cannot survive the shallows. Fact 26. Museum specimens of Fangtooth fish are fragile. The teeth often break during preservation. The skin deteriorates. What looked fearsome in life becomes brittle in death. Scientists handle them carefully, study them gently, trying to understand from dead tissue what the living fish experiences in the deep. The surface world feels impossibly distant now, like something that happened to someone else, in another life. You cannot imagine light, cannot imagine warmth, cannot imagine anything except this darkness, this cold, this perfect stillness. The Fangtooth's mouth opens again, closes again. The movement so slight you might imagine it rather than sense it. A small adjustment, a tiny recalibration, and then stillness returns. Complete, total, absolute. Your own mouth has gone slack, jaw relaxed, no tension anywhere, just the soft parting of lips, the gentle flow of air, in, out, so slow, so quiet, so far beyond your control or concern. The fish does not know you are here, does not sense your presence. You are too still, too quiet, too much like the darkness itself. You have become invisible, become nothing, become just another part of the endless patient void. And this is exactly what you needed, to become nothing, to release everything, to dissolve so completely into the darkness that there is no you left to worry about sleeping, no you left to notice whether sleep has arrived, because it has, or it is arriving, or it has been here all along, and you are only now noticing. The distinction does not matter. Sleep and darkness and stillness are the same, and you are all of them. Fact 27. The Fangtooth fish can withstand extreme pressure. At 2,000 meters, the pressure is approximately 200 times greater than at the surface, enough to crush most human-made equipment. But the fish's body is mostly water. Water is incompressible. The pressure inside equals the pressure outside. There is no crushing force, only equilibrium. Fact 28. The color of the Fangtooth's eyes is dark, almost black. There is no white, no color, just darkness staring out at darkness. These eyes see very little, perhaps only the faint bioluminescent flashes of passing creatures. Or perhaps nothing at all. Perhaps the eyes exist only as a remnant of ancestors who lived in light. Fact 29. Fangtooth fish prefer water temperatures between 3 and 8 degrees Celsius. Cold but not freezing. Consistent. The deep ocean maintains stable temperatures year-round. No seasons. No variation. Just eternal cold that never changes, never surprises, never demands adaptation. Feel that cold seeping deeper into you now, not into your skin, into your bones, into the core of you, becoming part of your structure, part of what holds you together. Your body temperature has dropped, or seems to have dropped. You cannot quite tell anymore. Cannot quite remember what warmth felt like. Was there ever warmth? Or has it always been this? This perfect unchanging cold. The Fangtooth drifts closer. Or you drift closer to it. Movement is relative in the dark. Maybe either of you is moving. Maybe the water itself shifts, carrying you both, rearranging the darkness without disturbing it. Fact 30. The digestive system of the Fangtooth is simple but effective. A short esophagus, a basic stomach, intestines that extract every nutrient. The fish can digest bones, can break down shells, can process nearly anything organic. This efficiency is essential. In an environment where meals are rare, you cannot afford to waste anything. Fact 31. Fangtooth fish have been found with prey inside their stomachs that is nearly as large as they are. The ability to swallow disproportionately large meals is an adaptation to scarcity. You eat as much as possible when food is available. You store energy as fat, as reserves, because weeks may pass before the next opportunity. Fact 32. The heart of the Fangtooth beats slowly, perhaps 20 times per minute when at rest. Blood circulates at a leisurely pace through the simple circulatory system, delivering oxygen, removing waste, operating with minimal energy. Everything in the fish's biology is tuned for conservation, for endurance, for surviving on almost nothing. Fact 33. Fangtooth fish do not sleep in the way surface animals do. They do not have eyelids to close, do not have a circadian rhythm tied to light and dark. They exist in a state between waking and sleeping, always aware but never fully alert, always resting but never unconscious. A twilight state that continues unbroken for their entire lives. You have entered that same twilight state. Not awake, not asleep, just existing in the space between. Aware of awareness but not of anything specific. Conscious of being but not of doing. Your heartbeat has joined the Fangtooth's rhythm. Slow, steady, distant, like a drum in a faraway room. You know it is happening, but it does not concern you, does not require your attention. It continues without you. Time has stopped having structure. There is no before, no after, no duration. Just this eternal present moment stretching in all directions. Forever. Already. Always. Fact 34. The scales of the Fangtooth are small and rough. They provide minimal protection but serve to reduce drag slightly as the fish moves. Each scale overlaps the next, creating a surface that channels water smoothly along the body. Small efficiencies matter when you exist at the edge of survival. Fact 35. Fangtooth fish have been observed in aquarium settings, though they rarely survive long. The pressure at the surface is too low, the light too bright. Even when kept in dark tanks with cold water, they show signs of stress. They stop eating, stop moving, eventually die. Some creatures cannot be removed from their proper depth, cannot adapt to conditions beyond their design. Fact 36. The population size of Fangtooth fish worldwide is unknown. They are caught only occasionally, seen even less frequently. Scientists estimate based on catch rates and habitat suitability, but these are guesses. The deep ocean keeps its census private, reveals only fragments of information, maintains its mysteries. Fact 37. Climate change may eventually affect the Fangtooth's habitat. Warming surface waters could alter the temperature of deeper zones. Changes in ocean chemistry could shift prey availability. But these changes will come slowly, over decades. The fish's short lifespan means individual Fangtooth will not experience dramatic shifts. But the species as a whole may face challenges its ancestors never encountered. The water around you has become thicker, or thinner. You cannot quite distinguish. It holds you differently than it did before. More intimately. More completely. You and the water are no longer separate things. Just different densities of the same substance. Your skin feels distant. Like something that belongs to you but that you do not inhabit anymore. The boundary between inside and outside has dissolved. What is you? What is water? What is darkness? All the same now. The Fangtooth's teeth gleam faintly. Or you imagine they gleam. There is no light for gleaming, but somehow you sense them. Long curved. Sharp. Not threatening. Just present. Just part of the design. Just teeth doing what teeth do. Fact 38. The Fangtooth fish contributes to the deep ocean ecosystem by consuming smaller fish and being consumed in turn. Its role is small but necessary. It is part of the food web that connects surface to depth. That transfers energy from the sunlit zones to the midnight zones. That keeps the entire system functioning. Everything is connected. You see that now. Or feel it. The Fangtooth. The water. The darkness. The pressure. You. All part of the same system. All flowing together. All sustained by the same forces. Your breathing has become so shallow you might have stopped breathing entirely. But oxygen still reaches your blood. Your heart still beats. You continue without continuing. Exist without existing. The fish does not judge you. Does not acknowledge you. Does not even know you are here. And this is perfect. This is exactly what you need. To be unknown. Unseen. Unremarked. Just another piece of the darkness drifting through the void. Your thoughts have dissolved completely now. What remains is not thinking. Just awareness. Just the faint background hum of consciousness without content. Without subject. Without object. Just the fact of being. Nothing more. The Fangtooth opens its mouth wider this time. You feel the movement in the water. A small current. A tiny disturbance. And then it closes. Slowly. Gently. Having caught nothing. Or having caught something too small to notice. Either way, the result is the same. The fish continues. You continue. The darkness continues. And continuing is all that matters. Not progressing. Not achieving. Not becoming. Just remaining. Just persisting. Just being here one more moment. And then another. And then another after that. The cold has reached your center now. That place inside that you thought could never be touched. That secret core where warmth was supposed to live forever. But the cold is there too. And it does not hurt. Does not diminish. Just completes you. Makes you whole. You are the same temperature as the Fangtooth now. The same temperature as the water. The same temperature as the darkness. All of it 3 degrees Celsius. All of it perfect. All of it exactly right. Fact 39. The Fangtooth fish does not experience pain the way we understand it. Its nervous system is simple. Basic. It responds to damage. To threats. But there is no suffering in the way complex brains create suffering. No anxiety about future harm. No memory of past injury. Just immediate response. Then return to baseline. To the eternal neutral state. Fact 40. The lifespan of a Fangtooth may be shorter in warmer waters. Metabolism increases with temperature. Energy burns faster. Life speeds up. But in the coldest depths, time stretches. Years accumulate slowly. The fish ages at the pace of glaciers. Of deep currents. Of things that change so gradually they seem permanent. Fact 41. Fangtooth fish have no economic value to humans. They are not harvested. Not consumed. Not used for anything. This lack of value has protected them. Kept them safe from targeted fishing. From deliberate harm. They exist beneath our notice. Beneath our greed. and in that invisibility they persist. You have no value either right now, no purpose, no function. And this is liberation. This is peace. To be useless, to be unnecessary, to simply be without being for anything. The weight of purpose has lifted from your chest. The burden of mattering has dissolved. You are as irrelevant as the Fangtooth, as overlooked, as free to simply exist without justification. Your body has forgotten why it needs to stay awake. There was a reason once. You are sure there was. But it is gone now. Lost in the dark water. Lost in the cold. Lost in the endless patient drifting. Fact 42. The Fangtooth fish will likely never be endangered. Its habitat is too vast, too deep, too remote from human activity. We cannot reach it, cannot destroy it, cannot even properly map it. The deep ocean remains one of the last truly wild places, and the Fangtooth remains truly wild within it. Fact 43. Scientists continue studying the Fangtooth to understand how life persists under extreme conditions. The pressure tolerance, the sensory adaptations, the metabolic efficiency. Each discovery reveals principles that might apply to other fields, to medicine, to engineering, to understanding the limits of life itself. Fact 44. The teeth of the Fangtooth are replaced throughout its life. If one breaks, another grows. The fish maintains its fearsome dentition from youth to death. Always ready, always armed, though it uses those teeth only for the gentlest purpose. Holding, not tearing, not killing violently, just gripping until swallowing can begin. Something is changing. The darkness feels lighter somehow. Or you have become darker. One of the two. The distinction does not matter. Light and dark are converging, becoming the same thing. The Fangtooth is fading from your awareness. Not leaving, just becoming less separate, less distinct, blending with the water, with the darkness, with you. Your breathing is barely happening now. The smallest movements, in, out, almost imperceptible, almost imaginary. Maybe you are not breathing at all. Maybe you have not been breathing for minutes, for hours, and yet you continue. Fact 45. The Fangtooth fish does not know it is called Fangtooth. Does not know it is considered ugly by human standards. Does not know it has become a symbol of deep-sea terror in popular culture. It simply exists, unaware of interpretation, unburdened by meaning, being what it is without knowing what it is. Fact 46. Young Fangtooth fish must survive their descent from shallow water to the deep. This journey is dangerous. Predators increase as light decreases. Many juveniles do not complete the migration, do not reach the safety of the midnight zone. But those that do find sanctuary, find the dark, quiet place where they will spend their entire adult lives. Fact 47. The Fangtooth has no voice, makes no sounds, communicates nothing to others of its kind, lives and dies in silence. The deep ocean is the quietest place on earth, and the Fangtooth is perfectly suited to it, adding no noise, creating no disturbance, just existing mutely in the mute darkness. Fact 48. Somewhere right now a Fangtooth fish hovers in the midnight zone, mouth slightly open, teeth exposed, waiting for prey that may or may not come. It has been waiting for hours, will wait for hours more. Time does not concern it. Hunger does not panic it. It simply continues being ready, being patient. You are that fish now. Or you are with that fish. Or you are the darkness that holds that fish. The distinctions have collapsed completely. The waiting is not waiting anymore. It is just existing. Just being in a moment that never ends because no other moment ever arrives to replace it. Your body is gone. Or you have stopped inhabiting it. Just awareness now. Just the faintest sense of presence. Not located anywhere. Not anchored to anything. Just floating. Just drifting. Just being aware of being aware, and even that is fading. Fact 49. The Fangtooth fish will outlive civilizations. Not individually, but as a species. It existed before humans. Will likely exist after. Drifting through the same dark waters. Following the same patterns. Unchanged by the rise and fall of everything that happens above. Fact 50. The gift the Fangtooth offers is perspective. It shows that you can be small, can be ugly by conventional standards, can live in darkness and cold and pressure, and still survive, still persist, still claim your place in the world. You do not need to be beautiful, do not need to be loved. You just need to be suited to your environment, to fit where you are. And that is enough. The Fangtooth is gone now, or has always been gone, or was never there. Just something you imagined in the darkness. A shape your mind created to give form to the formless. But the darkness remains. The cold remains. The pressure remains. And you remain. Though what you are is unclear now. Impossible to define. Just presence. Just awareness. Just the fading echo of something that used to be awake. The water has stopped moving, or has never moved. Everything is still. Perfect stillness. The kind that exists only at the bottom of the deepest oceans. The kind that nothing disturbs. That nothing can disturb. Your last thought drifts across awareness. Slow. Faint. Already dissolving. It says something about sleep. About rest. About letting go. But before it completes, it is gone. Scattered. Dissolved into the dark water like ink in an infinite ocean. And what remains is nothing. Pure nothing. Empty nothing. Perfect nothing. The darkness complete. The cold absolute. The silence total. No fish. No you. No difference between anything. Just the deep. Just the void. Just the endless patient nothing that has always been here. That will always be here. That welcomes you now into its perfect stillness. Sleep. The word barely forms. Barely exists. Just a whisper in the dark. A suggestion. An invitation already fading. Sleep. Not a command. Not even a desire. Just a statement of what already is. What has been for some time. What continues now without your participation or awareness. The Fangtooth sleeps without sleeping. Exists without effort. And you do the same. Both of you in the dark. Both of you in the cold. Both of you in the perfect, endless peace of the